We got Tyreek Hill needs to leave Miami. Acho and Shady break down the Dolphins' loss in Indy. To get that.
Before we move on, we gotta get Tyreek Hill out of Miami.
You think?
He's too great.
That's exactly
I agree with this statement 100%, but it is what it is.
where I was going.
Tyreek Hill is too great of a player to be with this bull crap in Miami. Mike McDaniels is a brilliant mind.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's a head coach. He's like a guy that's like trying to be part of the team.
Yeah.
You know?
I ain't gonna lie. I have no issue, and I understand what he's saying. 100%, I understand what he's saying, but I got no issue with Mike McDaniels as a head coach. He showed us that he can be a really good head coach. Now he has also showed us, but we don't know if this is all him or not. Nah, this is head coach. I mean, he showed us, Raheem Mostert. But it's part of the game, though. Like with the whole Raheem thing, you had a running back that was playing very good, and you completely just washed him out the system for another running back. Had a player playing very good. There was no we gonna split this. There was no we gonna try to still involve you. We know you played good last year. You're done. We finna prioritize this guy. You know what I mean? And I think that kind of like is opposite of him being that player's coach that he portrayed. He portrays. He since he's been there, he's kind of given that player's coach vibe. But and then I seen a post of Mostert as well saying if you become a Pro Bowler in Miami, you don't get treated like crap. Which I think Mostert was voted to the Pro Bowl that year. I might be wrong. That year he had 16 rushing touchdowns, and then Jonnu Smith made Pro Bowl, Jalen Ramsey made Pro Bowl, and then they both get shipped off. So whatever the situation is what it is. It could be financial stuff, but I mean, he's had a good and bad track record as a head coach. So I don't know. I don't mind the OC thing, but I don't know. I mean, like, I kind of like him as a head coach, but I can see why there would be reasons not to like him. Was this Black in the other episode? Or am I tripping? I could have sworn this was Black.
You know what I'm saying? No, dude, you run the team. You're not part of the team. You run the team. You're the coach. And then the quarterback. I'm tired of him talking so much. I never thought he was that good anyway. You did. I never thought that.
I did.
I thought he had a baby arm because he had little arms. I thought he was a baby and I thought he was short. And I thought that he needed a certain coach to make him look good.
Tell us how you really feel.
That's the truth, though. I mean, you watching, though, right? Before he got Tyreek Hill and McDaniels with all this crazy offense, what was we talking about? They was talking about tampering with Tom Brady trying to get him down there.
Interesting. I ain't gonna say none of that.
And now we want to act like the real problem is Tyreek. No, he ain't the problem. Because in football,
McDaniel's not a good leader. You could speculate that because he's so close in age to some of the players. I mean, now he's getting older, but that's very not a bad take off the strength that you're so close to age to these guys like that. It's kind of an awkward situation to be in. You know what I mean? Like, they have to respect you because you're the head coach, but they may not respect you as a man. Based off of how you lead. And I think being a leader comes with experience and how many years have you had in the game of leading men, you know what I mean, when you're the same age as these men. So I could understand some of that.
I learned this. I don't care what you got going on outside of football. When you hear, if you put touchdowns and points up, the NFL will deal with you.
Might be a little bit of both, coaching and leading.
Tua is not. Why he there? Yeah. Why they even pay him? Because you had like one real. I'm cooking right now. He had one good year for real playing wise, and number two, you always hurt, and you want all this max money. You tell me, Ocho, because you like him.
I don't think Mike McDaniel makes it through the season. He don't.
I can see that.
I don't see Mike McDaniel making it through the season. Players are a reflection of their coach. Not. And while the Dolphins are incredibly fast, and while they might play an intelligent brand of football, they play a soft.
You know what? They are incredibly fast. But the only people that are fast are these two starting receivers and this starting running back. That's it. I mean, Jalen Wright is fast too, but I mean, like, what he's referring to. And if one of them get hurt, everything is flipped upside down. I don't know what just happened in week 1 though. That was just that. I mean, you had everybody healthy. I don't know what happened there.
Off the brand of football. And don't just take my words for it. Deshaun Elliott, former Dolphin safety, now with the Steelers, he said it. I don't mean it in a disrespectful form or fashion. They're a small, non-physical team.
You know, one thing that kind of stood out to me with Tua, him airing out his feelings about the Tyreek Hill situation and like saying in front of the press, yeah, everybody heard it. I heard it. Everybody heard it. You know, my bad isn't going to fix that. I don't think that's the approach as a leader. You gotta have the Jalen Hurts approach. I'm not gonna lie, something like that. You don't give the media no ammo. You don't give them no reason to think that anything is broken in the locker room because they just gonna keep picking at it. And Tua, I believe Tua has shown too much emotion in the media. Not even with just that specific thing. And that's just my opinion. Not even with just that specific thing. There was another situation before. I can't think of what it was off the top of the head. I'm pretty sure I could find it if I looked it up. But I feel like he's shown too much emotion in the media, and you know, it could be. This is a huge speculation. Could be him as a leader as well. You know, because I don't think you go out there and talk about your receiver like that, regardless of how he feel. You keep that behind closed doors. Because maybe I'm wrong. Y'all let me know. I didn't see Jalen Hurts going and talking to the media when it was large speculation that AJ Brown was unhappy last year. You know what I mean? I think you got to remain stoic about these topics, especially to the media, because they're gonna pick at it, and then what's gonna happen? They're gonna blow it up, and then the fans are gonna pick at it. So I mean, aside from Tua's talent, I think some of his decision making off the field is a little questionable.
Your running back, A-Chain, he's a small player.
Tyreek ruins the locker room. Well, he only ruins the locker room if you let him ruin the locker room. If he not a leader in the locker room, if he not that, Tua, you the quarterback. If you play it cool and you play it like it's nothing, the rest of the team gonna follow your lead because you the man. You're the quarterback. But if you are yes man in everybody's opinion, like, oh, he shouldn't have said that, Tyreek shouldn't have said that. Yeah, he shouldn't have said that. Regardless if you feel like it or not, you gotta be like, I mean, he frustrated. I get it. I understand where he coming from. We're not gonna do that. You just keep it pushing. Then Tyreek talk about his team all off season. He made a comment. Tyreek made a comment last year during the season, like the very last game of the season, and then he said something else during the off season, if I'm not mistaken. It was 2 comments, if I'm not mistaken. But at the end of the day, though, again, it's as a leader, that's not the approach that you have. If you're gonna be like that, man, you need to just get him out of there. If you really got a problem with it, you need to get him out of there. I just don't think that's the correct way to approach it as a leader, because now you're allowing everybody to feel this turmoil towards this player, and you're allowing it to be toxic. You're allowing the toxicity. But if you step on it and you're like, I'm not allowing toxicity. He's a man. He's entitled to feel how he want to feel. If that's what he said, that's what he said. That's how you feel. At the end of the day, our goal is to win. That's his feelings. That's how you feel. When we get on the field, as long as he gonna ball out, we good. That's it. You know, that's how I perceive it.
Waddle, they're small players.
Flores also being fired was weird.
Not even small linebackers. Like, you're a small and not super physical team. So when you come up against teams that are either bigger than you or more physical than you, you end up getting punched in the mouth. When you come up against the Jonathan Taylor.
What if Flores stayed the head coach and McDaniels was the OC? That would have been nice. But as good as the OC, as good as a play caller he is or was, he would have got a head coach job somewhere.
Taylor ends up gashing you. All of a sudden, Daniel Jones, teams that are either bigger than you or more physical than you, you end up getting punched in the mouth. When you come up against the Jonathan Taylor ends up gashing you. All of a sudden, Daniel Jones and the Colts gash you. This, to me, was one of the most embarrassing losses.
So would have been off the team if Flores stayed. Oh, that's facts.
It was was for sure one of the most embarrassing losses of the Mike McDaniel tenure. I don't know how many more days Mike McDaniel has. I think we've seen the peak of the Miami Dolphins because right now the roster is bad. Right now the culture is bad. Right now you could suggest the head coach is bad. What is good in Miami? I saw this coming before the season, and I for sure see it coming now, bro. I for sure see it coming.
So you think he ain't lasting this whole year?
I don't know why he would.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. As a head coach, you need to be putting into his ear. You know, again, he might just be a nice OC. You got to put it into his ear. We're not going to entertain that. You know, don't go out there bashing him in the media. I've seen Tua make comments about that twice, about the Tyreek situation twice to the media. He shouldn't be. It should be how Bill Belichick, you know what I'm saying? How he used to have the Patriots be at press conference, so suit and tie. If it got anything to do with feelings, we not talking about it. If it don't got nothing to do with football, we not talking about it. And you know that might be a issue on the side of leadership when it comes to Mike McDaniels, and then it trickles down to Tua because as a leader, he probably being to a friend and he not being to a coach. And that same thing with like a parent and a child. It don't matter how young you was when you had that kid. You got to be their parent before anything. You know what I'm saying? And again, they somewhat close in age, so you know that's probably the situation. Probably being too much of his friend instead of his coach.
And you said something brilliant. Some dudes might just be.
Well, thank you, brother.
Hello.
Black man to black man. You don't see a lot of this, man.
You don't
appreciate that.
Some dudes might just be
If Flores want Herbert, I think
you know what I mean?
I heard
like
that.
Robert Saleh in my mind. He's best as a defensive coordinator. Mike McDaniel, I think he's just a really, really, really good coordinator. Everybody wants to be CEO. Everybody wants to be the owner. Some dudes are just better being workers, working for somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody.
Something kills to a confidence, which was media. Something killed his confidence more, which is media and his own teammates. I feel. Yeah. But again, as a head coach, you know what I'm saying? Like if you see your player struggling with that, but they struggling with some of the same things again because they so close in age. Like as an individual, like who I am as an individual, Mike McDaniel. Let me see how old he is. He don't know that much more than Tua about life. You know what I mean? Like you know a little, you know a little something. Now, I could be wrong. I could be talking about Mike McDaniels in a bad light. You know, I don't know that man like that. He's 42. He's 27. Oh no, that's a little gap. Excuse me. I didn't know Tua was 27. I thought he was like 30. I didn't know that. But and this is all speculation, bro. I don't know the real situation. But I think it is like I think it falls down to leadership traits, you know, like stoicism, being able to not get shaken or not get rattled mentally or emotionally, and focusing on a main goal. And again, it's going back to Jalen Hurts because we say keep the main thing the main thing. At the end of the day, bro, that's all that matter. Your feelings don't matter. Whatever you got going outside of off the field don't matter. As long as you not suspended and you here and you playing, what you do on this field is what matters. While we at work, that's what matters. Because, I mean, you got to be real. Like, it's a job. All these dudes is not friends, you know? Like, I've had so many jobs, bro, where, like, I'm cool with everybody there, but I'm not kicking it with all of y'all outside of work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to just be real. Like, and we can keep it professional. That's just what it is. As long what's going on here matters. You know what I mean?
Everybody ain't shady. You know that you got businesses, plural. Everybody can't be building homes and whatnot. People see what you building, and I want to do it too. I want to build a 17-unit, complex. Nah, big dog, you're not cut for that. Mike McDaniel, I don't think he is cut for what it takes. Yeah. At least not anymore.
Yeah, I always just piggyback real quick. Like even his interviews, like I'm used to coaches being serious. Yeah. Like everything to him's like a joke. You know what I'm saying? I guess got your ass kicked. Ain't nothing to be funny.
Ain't nothing funny. Ain't nothing funny.
Yeah, no, we did get a super chat from Evil Genius saying McDaniels is nothing but an NFL cameraman. Go Bills.
That's wild.
Nasty. I like dunking on my rivals whenever they're down.
Shout out to the super chat though.
Yeah, shout out to the super chat.
Shout out to the
Super
super chat. Super genius. We see
She's
you,
a
baby.
super fan.
We had some more super chats too. We had one from Abe saying, I believe Zach Taylor's on the hot seat, and one from River saying Paige Becker's better than Caitlin Clark. I agree with you, River.
Yo, Zach Taylor on the Bengals got the.
Hey, somebody in the chat said that not too long ago. That Paige is better than Caitlin Clark. That's I need to watch some of her highlights, bro.
The dub today. I know the Browns fumbled it.
Is that the Creator League guy? I thought he looked familiar. I seen him somewhere.
Talk about Daniel Jones, and I'm talking to you.
What we about to say
I'm talking to you.
Wait.
Sparks?
I'm talking to you.
Let me take the shades off.
Let's pull up
this tweet.
You.
Let's pull up this tweet right here. Because it seems like Daniel Jones might need an apology from everybody. That seemed like a Brian Daboll problem. He went out there and hooped today. Daniel Jones is an absolute problem on the football.
I just said that the other day. I think Daboll might be the problem. I just said that Daboll came in there and he did good his first year with Daniel Jones. After that year, it wasn't good. It was like just consistent. It was either mid or bad. Now again, I don't know, but it might be.
Football feel like I've never seen before.
You know what's funny about this thing, yo? This is what I hate about these sports. Let me take the shades off for a second. You can be sorry for forever, right? And have one game or two good. Let's just say a good season, and people will just, I love you. Oh my God, it was he.
I ain't gonna lie though. We can't even say nothing about Daniel Jones. This was one game. No offense to bro. We'll play the part in this 33. Shout out to Daniel Jones. He had a great game, but the defense also played a part. They also had a part in this. Jonathan Taylor also had a part in this. You know what I mean? Play calling also had a part in this. It's one game. If he could put together a whole season, then you got to start rolling out the apologies. If he can put together a Sam Darnold type season, then you got to roll out the apologies.
So good, that's right. You can
that was a problem. More, it's an entire coaching staff
for all these years and have a bad year.
Yeah,
and
GM too.
Trash.
Yeah,
isn't that crazy how that works? That's crazy to me.
But can we say this? Daniel Jones had a crazy game today.
Bro,
crazy game.
I don't know about crazy. He was good. I don't know about crazy. He was good though.
I've seen it before. But that's what I will say. I don't know anybody that's good from Duke and football. I don't know. Maybe y'all do. I don't know. So is he good now?
I'm not saying he's good now.
What is he had a good game?
He had a really good game.
So say that.
Are there any good football players from Duke?
You start talking, we owe him apology because you had a good game?
I mean, people wrote him off.
I had a million good games, bro.
People wrote him off.
I don't want to hear that.
Hey, I'm with Shady on this take, bro. I mean, I'll respect the DJ, bro. Good player. Based off one game, but if he can put a season together, hey, I'm all for him. I've never called bro trash. I've never called Daniel Jones trash, but I don't owe him no apology. But I think it's too early to be like stamping this.
So in all decades,
Texas A&M versus Notre Dame, was that a good game? You know what? I don't think I'm doing it right now.
No, it's different.
We tough on dudes like Tua, dudes like Burrow. Guys like Brock Purdy, and they always have good games, and they have some bad ones here and there. I'm not about to apologize to him because you had a good game against the bad Dolphins.
But did it surprise you, though?
And if he do it next week, which I'm going to be saying? If he looks bad, if he looks like he normally looks next week, which I'm going to be saying?
Nothing.
That's how it works.
Yeah.
I hate stuff like that.
Agreed. Good point. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section, man. Appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe. Stay tuned. Stay blessed.